Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's yo, host MA, yeah. And the Heat just beat the Celtics last night with the Eastern Conference champions. That's right. Let's go. Let's go to the finals. Let's go. Let's go to the finals. I don't know what just happened to me. That just came over me, guys. Thank you for joining me, Heat Vlog Spot, your host, MA. That just came over me. I hope you guys liked it. I don't even know what to beat, but thank you for joining me. How you guys doing? Please, real quick, if you guys are still laughing, go ahead, but do me a favor, hit that follow, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know how everything's going. I mean, the Heat are going to the NBA Finals. We're the 2020 Eastern Conference champions. If you guys want to join, if you guys want to let me know, hit me up, give me some personal feedback. It's all good. Go to Twitter, hit me up on at Heat Vlogspot. Facebook, same thing, at Heat Vlogspot. Even email me, Gmail, heatvlogspot@gmail.com. It's all good. You got a variety of ways now. Just hit me up. It's all good, guys. Love to conversate. Love to talk about the Heat. If I can get paid to do this all day, I would do it. But I don't. So I still do it for free because I like it and I love it. All right, guys. It's enough of that. Because, like I said in my song, we're going to the NBA Finals, and we're the 2020 Eastern Conference champions. That's right, your Miami Heat, the fifth seed in this year's Eastern Conference, is going to the NBA Finals to face LeBron James and the Lakers. LeBron James, who used to play for the Heat, who I once rooted for a lot, and I was like, come on, LeBron, you need to bring it. But, you know what? Now I'm going to say, LeBron, you fall down on your face and let Jimmy freaking dunk it and Bam do his thing. Which I hope happens. I mean, really, guys, it's going to be a battle. There's so many storylines to this. It's amazing. You know, I hope you guys have been wearing your United in Black stuff. Right now I'm wearing my black Heat jersey because that's what they've been wearing. This is my personalized Heat jersey, which I like a lot and I love. I try not to wear it too often though because I'm worried about it getting messed up. Once upon a time I got mustard on it. Thankfully the dry cleaners got my back, but not trying to risk doing that over and over and over again because you can't control yourself sometimes. Just can't. But yeah, right, wear your United in Black. I'm sure you guys have been buying your merch, your NBA Finals hat, and all this stuff. Honestly, I'm going to wait because I remember last night, right after I made that episode last night, I actually thought, like, wait a minute, I shouldn't buy this hat. Because in 2011, when the Heat went to the Finals to play the Dallas Mavericks, I bought the Finals hat, the hat you get when winning the conference championship. And then you go to the Finals, and then that if you win that, you get the real hat that says championship, you know? And I bought the preview, the one they gave out last night to the Heat, basically, and we lose. And I never bought a hat like that again. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. Because I thought it was bad luck. Like, you buy a hat saying we got to the Finals, and then, no. So I will buy a hat if you win the NBA championship, 100% for sure, because I have all those hats. But if we don't win the NBA championship, which I don't see happening, I'm still gonna buy something. I gotta support the Heat, right? But and there's another thing though is I don't know if you guys noticed it. I don't know if you guys have been shopping, but like they're saying it's gonna be shipping at the end of the week, like October 2nd, 3rd, maybe even next week, October 9th, and some stuff. And I was like, guys, like the finals are gonna be done by most of these dates, or halfway done. Like I'm trying to rep it during the finals and stuff. So I was like, you know what? It's not even worth it. I'll keep running with what I got. What I've gotten has made us have a 12-3 record. Great record. We only had three losses in the playoffs, guys. 3 losses. So run with what you got. We'll see what happens, right? If you do got some of the cool merch, send it my way. Send me some pics. I love to see it. It's all good. I like talking about all this cool Heat stuff because I think the Heat store and the NBA store have some cool Heat merchandise. Like, it's amazing. Honestly, it's amazing to see. So I mean, I really like their culture shirts. I mean, you gotta look at. Have you ever looked in the Heat store? Go to the court culture line, and like it's this coolest, awesome shirts you ever find. I have all my shirts for the Heat are pretty much court culture shirts. Excuse me. And it's good luck. Good luck. Good luck to going into the NBA Finals, guys. If you guys don't know, the NBA Finals starts on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. 2 days from now. Yeah, every game pretty much at 9 o'clock. Unless you count Sunday's game, which would be game 3 at 4:30, I believe. It's gonna be fast, guys. It's gonna be fast and furious, one day after another. Basically, Wednesday, Friday, games 1 and 2. Sunday next Tuesday, games 3 and 4. If necessary, Thursday, game 5. Saturday, game 6. Monday, game 7. Like, let's go. Like, it's gonna creep up on us as soon as it's gonna go. So, be ready. Be ready. To yeah, and I honestly, guys, I'm not gonna do a prediction in this video because just like the Celtics preview video episode, honestly, this can go any way. This whole series can go anywhere. Is honestly because it's the two best teams, the two most ready teams, two teams that just got here and played great basketball. Because I think about our run. We played the Pacers, swap them. Played the Bucks, number 1 team all year, gentlemen sweep, 4-1. Played the Celtics, one of the best, if not the best, defensive team in the league all year, especially in the playoffs. We take them out 4-2. Now we're playing the Lakers. The Lakers played the Trailblazers, who were coming off crazy bubble experience to go into that playoffs, and then to go to face the Lakers. That was tough for them. I didn't see that coming out. That was very easy. I think for myself, I think that was very easy for the Lakers to take control of. The Rockets, another one that all they had to do was display dominance because of their size and of their 2 superstars compared to their superstars. That size, it was going to be over eventually, pretty quick. And then they got the luxury to play the Nuggets, who I was hoping we play because I thought the Nuggets would have been a great finals game between 2 great teams that play great defense and play great offensive team basketball. I mean, you never know who really is going to go off, but whatever it is. But that would have been 2 great teams and coaches that, honestly would be truly, really, really be who are the 2 best teams in basketball right now. But unfortunately, they couldn't beat the Lakers. They came back from 3-1 series, played 2 back-to-back game 7s. And they didn't have enough energy to finish it, but it is what it is. Now they play us, and what I'm trying to say is that the Lakers had a smooth ride. We legitimately had a smooth ride because of how well we've been playing, and now the 2 best teams that have been playing the best and had the most luck, whatever you want to call it, are now facing each other in the NBA Finals, and this is intense, right? Like, who saw this coming? I didn't see this coming, guys. Like, against LeBron, at least. Whoever would have thought we'd be playing LeBron James in the finals, like, congrats to you, but I never saw this coming. And a lot of LeBron versus Heat versus LeBron, it's gonna bring a lot of emotions out in this finals. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a battle. I don't know. I'm trying to find the words to describe this, honestly, to you guys, but the best word that comes to me is war. A war because, let's talk about the headlines a little bit. LeBron James versus the Heat, former Heat player, the team that taught him how to become a champion. Now he's going against them for his 4th championship, while we're going for our 4th championship against LeBron, who helped us get our 2nd and 3rd championship. And he's going against us, who helped him get his 1st and 2nd championship. And then you got Coach Spo going against his former best player. You got Pat Riley going against LeBron James and his former team, the Lakers, who gave him his start. Like Pat Riley was Mr. Laker for a long time with Magic Johnson. I mean, back in the 80s, I wasn't live, but I've looked on my research, and this guy, Pat Riley, was the man. I mean, the slick hair, the suits, the watch, the way he coached, the way he walked, the way he talked, the way he danced, the way he did everything. Maybe people would be like, damn, Goodfellas up in here. And if you haven't seen Goodfellas, the movie, go do that. Really good. And then you understand what I mean. But, like, you know, Pat Riley, he used to be Mr. Lakers. And now 30 years later, you know, he's facing his team that gave him the start for his opportunity at another championship. And that's pretty crazy. It's pretty big news. I got you guys. All right, I got a call, so sorry about that. If you're on the podcast, you just heard that whole thing. If you're on YouTube, whatever, it just jumped a little bit. Thanks for continuing with me and staying with me. So it's all good. And yeah, like Pat Riley and the Lakers, it's huge. Pat Riley, who told LeBron James when he left, this is going to be the biggest mistake you ever make in your career. Got that one wrong. But now LeBron James has another reason to go against us and go play hard, you know. But that's another reason for our team to go out and play hard. Because I'm sure if I'm Pat Riley, I'm being straight up honest. Like, yo, this is what I told LeBron. And you know what? He's gonna remember this. And you guys got to come back and remember to counter this, because he's going to bring it out on you guys more than anything. So you got to be prepared for that. What's another storyline? I mean, Dwayne Wade, Mr. Heat, best friends with LeBron James. What does he root for? My money's on Dwayne Wade rooting for the Heat. But whatever, I understand the conflict of interest there, you know. It is what it is. And I'm trying to think of any others, you know, Jimmy Butler, thinking that he couldn't lead a team to the finals, and now he's leading the team to the finals. Everyone thought it was his fault. You got Tyler Hero, 13th pick, overlooked, a whole team of overlooked players. And then on the other side with the Lakers, you have a whole team of players that have either been to the finals and won championships, or have been in the league so long that they're now looking for a championship. So, you know, that's a team of veterans and you know, built to be here, while we're a team that's not built to be here. So we, you know, overwent expectations, and now we're building our own dynasty, our own legacy, basically our own new game of basketball. And now we gotta face this team. And now, getting away from the storylines, like, those are two big things of this series. It's gonna be experience, because for the Heat, the only player on our roster that has NBA Finals experience playing, or even being there, making it this far before, is Andre Iguodala, who had a monster game last night. And if you guys want to know about last night, go to my other video that says Eastern Conference Championships, going back to the NBA Finals, that podcast episode. Listen to that, watch that. But yeah, right now Iggy is our only Finals player that we've had, and he's a former Finals MVP, so it's not bad. But then you look on the other side, Rajon Rondo, NBA champion, former with the Boston Celtics. LeBron James, obviously NBA championship and a whole bunch of NBA Finals and appearances, who's making a case for himself to be the GOAT. Because, yeah, Michael Jordan went to the Finals 6 times and won 6 times, but at this point, LeBron James has been to the Finals more years than he hasn't been to the Finals, and hasn't won at a high clip, but the dude still goes to the Finals. I mean, and then a couple years you had just bad luck. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love keeps getting hurt. You know, 2014, Dwayne Wade was hurt. It wasn't enough. It's a bunch of things, you know. But the guy got there, right? And so he's making a case. Dwight Howard been to the Finals twice, I believe, right? With the Magic. You got JaVale McGee, who went to the Finals with the Warriors and won a championship. And I think I'm missing somebody else. I'm pretty sure. Danny Green won a championship right recently with the Toronto Raptors last year. Then prior to that, with the Spurs, a whole bunch of years. So this team is definitely built for this moment. So they're never gonna break. They're never gonna falter. They're always gonna play 48 minutes. And that's why it's awesome that we played the Celtics in our last round, because the Celtics was the first team that we played all playoffs that played 48 minutes every game. Like, they never gave up. No matter what happened, no matter how bad they were playing, they never gave up, unless you count the last game, when the last 5 minutes, 4 minutes, when they really realized that, We pulled away because we made some big plays, and then they realized that they weren't going to come back. That's the only time I saw the Celtics let go of the pedal. But they came and brought it every game. Every game they brought it, you know? So I thank them for that because they forged us in the fire. Like the Heat are now the Heat because we went through the heat and the fire of the Celtics because we weren't ready yet. We weren't, and the Celtics knew that, and they tried to knock us out. They couldn't do it, but they got us ready because they showed us that we can't just rely on our shooting. We can't just rely on being really good for a first half and then riding it out for the second half. Like, we can't do that. We have to come correct and play hard every moment, every time, anytime we're on the court. And against this Lakers team that has players that have been there and done that, we need to continue to do that. So I'm not too worried about it at all, in a sense, because they're not a great shooting team. So advantage and experience to the Lakers, but now to shooting, we have that advantage. I mean, they're not a great shooting team. LeBron and AD are two best players, but they're not great shooters. We need to force this whole team to shoot. And we need to force LeBron James and AD to win the series for the Lakers. If they really want to win, because, I mean this at the fullest, like, we need to force that team, the Lakers, to make LeBron and AD their top scorers and score at least 75 points together. That's what I hope, and it's not realistic, but let's say they need to score 60 to 70 points together to beat us. Because what I think we should do is focus on everybody else. Make LeBron and AD have 2 50-point games each for 4 games to win the series. Can they do it? I don't think so. Especially if we throw a variety of different defenses at them. We throw a little bit of zone here and there. We throw a little bit of man-to-man. We switch up the defense. Jimmy was on LeBron, now Crowder's on LeBron. We switch it like that. Iggy comes in the game, we do that. Bam's on AD, now we don't have Bam on AD. Crowder would be on AD while we have AD Bam on somebody else. We'll keep moving everybody around, confusing them, trying to figure out what's going on, because that forces them to actually play their best basketball every minute. You have to be ready and use your IQ. And then our shooting is our shooting. Like, we need to shoot well. Like, no matter what, we need to keep shooting the ball well. I think the last game against the Celtics really showed that we get great shots and great momentum when we break down the defense by going in the paint and then passing it out. Similar to the Dion Waiter-Goran Dragic tandem we had a couple years ago when we went on that amazing 30-11 run to finish out the season, and we went back and we ended up 41-41. That was the 7-11 pick and roll, games where Hassan Whiteside or Bam will set the pick. Goran Dragic or Dion Waiters would go into the paint. If they can't score, they're passing out to the corners. If the corners are wide open, they'll shoot the 3. If not, they'll keep moving the ball around the perimeter to the balls to the right open man, and they'll shoot. And that's basically what we need to keep doing. I think that's our formula right now. I think that's a good formula to run by because it allows us to get to the line still. It allows us to control the pace, and it just takes a lot of energy to do that, of course. But I think that's what's going to help us win this series. And hey, it's this last series. Like, it's win or go home now. Like, just leave it all out there. And honestly, is no more X's and O's, really, guys. It's really who's going to play the best moving forward. Straight up. And then another key is Spo and Vogel. Guys, like, Spo all day. Vogel is a good coach. Don't get me wrong. He has a good playoff record. He's had great playoff teams. It's a lot that played against the Heat, and we beat them and knock them out. And, whatever, it is what it is. He's okay. He's not a bad coach. But Spo is the champion here. Spo has finals experiences. Spo has the experience of coaching LeBron James. And he's going to understand what Vogel's doing because he was there once. Basically, the Lakers team reminds me a lot about our 2013 and 2014 team, the Ray Allen years and all that stuff, when we had a lot of veterans, the Chris Anderson years, the Birdman, whatever. All those big veteran guys that were, just there to win a championship. He's going to know what mentality they are. So now, Spo would know what he would have done to himself to beat him. Like, that's what Spo is thinking right now. What would I do to myself if I had the Lakers to beat them? Because that's what Vogel's doing. I respect Vogel, but I don't think Vogel has the IQ right now to defeat the Heat. So I think Spo hopefully figures this out for 4 games. We win 4 games, and I really, guys, I can't predict this. I can't predict what the series is gonna go. It could really be 4-0. I could see us be 4-0. Honestly, like it'll be a big surprise, right? Sweep, yeah, but I think it could happen. You know, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, honestly. And then my most obvious, or I think it's gonna most likely happen, is gonna most likely go to 7 games, because I think Spo and LeBron, I think LeBron will and AD will will their teams to wins at times, where then Spo will have to counter, and he will do a good job in counter. And then I'm hoping it just goes down to a game 7 where it's really like, okay, guys, like it's not even about coaching, it's not about anything else. It's really about who wants it more and who's gonna play the best basketball on this court. And whoever plays the best basketball on this court wins this championship. That's what I want. That's what I hope. I don't want it to be a sweep. I don't want it to be 4 or 5 games or 6 games. I really do want it to be 7 games, because that would be the cherry on top of the season. The cherry of Jimmy Butler coming to Miami, the cherry of Bam's revolution, the cherry of Tyler, the cherry of Spo, the cherry on everything, guys. The cherry on the Heat pie. It will be the cherry on top, because it just shows how hard work, getting the right players, building a culture, playing team basketball, not relying on superstars, not trying to get superstars. I mean, we're Miami, guys. We can attract marquee free agents because we've proved it. But now we're proving that we don't even need to do that. You know what? On top of having a nice weather all year round, on top of all that stuff, on top of South Beach, now you have, you know, you're going to go to a team with culture, with responsibility, with accountability. It's going to make you better every day. It's going to invest in you every day and make sure you are always playing for a championship. No matter what you're doing in life, you're always playing for a championship. You know, we are really building something special here. We are. And I love it. I love it. It's the greatest thing about our organization is how we're doing this and about how we got to the finals. You know, Jimmy Butler is not considered a top 10 player. To most people, he's top 15, top 20. Bam Adebayo, no one had him. The guy didn't even win most improved. Who won most improved player? Fucking Brandon Ingram. What a fucking dud. Media, you fucking idiots. You got this fucking wrong. Again, I'm not part of the media. I'm a fan. This is for fans. You know, there's only a couple media people I like. Rachel Nichols is one of them. That's about it, almost. And, you know, it's just... It will just break the NBA. Bam will break the NBA. He's a point center. He's a guard for a center. You know? That's amazing. Jimmy Butler is proving you don't have to take every shot, but you need to be able and be accountable for anything and everything on your team. And just be ready for the moment, be ready to be called upon. And he's been doing that. That's good. It's awesome. He's been doing it when we need him to. You know, yeah, it's just, we will really turn heads if we end up winning this thing. And I hope we do. I really want, I think, honestly, this will be my favorite NBA championship, without a doubt. Like, I don't care. I don't care about LeBron James. I don't care about even that first one. Like, because I said in the last couple videos, or even the last video, that those years we were expected to be in the finals. This year we weren't, you know, and that will be a great thing to come out here and just flip the head on the NBA, make everyone think twice about what they're doing, and think everybody has to catch up to us. Like, okay, well, guys, you got to start building a program. You got to start building players internally. You got to stop, you know, chasing after superstars. We got to start actually making the team and league better by internal stuff, you know, not just by trying to get the quick lotto number, the quick lotto ticket. Oh, here we go. I got Kawhi. Let's go. I got a LeBron James sweepstakes going. Let's go. I mean, it worked out for us, right? But we quickly proved that that doesn't always work. It doesn't always, it's not fruitful. Yes, we love it in the moment, but is it sustainable? Can it last? No. And I think what we're doing now is sustainable. Guys, Bam Adebayo is still only 23 years old. Tyler Hero is 20 years old. We can have this tandem for the next 10 years. The next 10 years, Jimmy Butler can be with them for the next 4 to 6 to 7 years, you know, and still be. I think you won't probably be a superstar or star through all those years, but he can be a great factor. Duncan Robinson's coming up. If Duncan Robinson takes another step next year, oof, scary for the league, you know, and anybody else we end up getting, and these veterans, you know, making sure we still keep getting great veterans to surround these players and allow them to come up and be themselves and be the best version of themselves to help this team go to the NBA Finals, which they did. Oh my God, it's just freaking amazing. Jesus, you know. So simply those three things. I think it's our versatility on defense. You know, keeping out of the paint, force them to shoot. Then in return, reshoot, play at a fast pace on offense. We have to play the fast pace, guys, because we don't want to see Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee on that court too much. We need to run them out of the court. And I want to have AD play center. I really do. Because I think if we force AD to play center, I think Bam can take the challenge and still be the best player in the series. I really do. I really do think he can do that. And I hope he can. You know, I'm not sure, but I hope he does. I really do. And it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be one heck of a fucking series, I'll tell you that. You know, and I'm trying to think what else is going on and other headlines, but there's not really much. I mean, a lot of people are saying AD is a lot better than Bam, which I don't think that. It's just two totally different games. AD is still your traditional big man type player, just with more skills, you know, a better rounded game than we ever seen, even better than Tim Duncan, you know. But Bam is changing the position. He's creating a position. If you guys haven't watched The Jump where John Calipari is even saying this, because I'm pretty much just reiterating right now John Calipari, who was his coach at Kentucky, and how he's just making his own position. You know, like, okay, most of you guys are probably average sized people, and you went to an average school, high school, and if you played on that high school basketball team, and if you were my height, like 6'1", 6'2", that means you were the center. In the NBA and in college level, between 6'9" and 7 whatever are your centers, right? In the big high school programs, that's the same thing. But most of us are just, you know, so centers are like guards, you know, most of the time when it comes to like lower level basketball. But now we're seeing that in higher level basketball, like our center has guard skills. And if you guys haven't noticed, like, he's been shooting pretty well. I guess he shot pretty well in the Celtics series, and which I've been preaching all bubble that he needs to learn. He needs to start shooting. He needs to start getting confidence in that shot and start letting it fly. And he started doing that in the Celtics, and look how much it opened up for him, because now Tice and that whole defense was like, what do we do? Like, he might pop it. He might pop it. Wait, he might take it in. Wait, he might pass it. Wait, he might hand it off it. Like, it just opens up so much more for him, and he's so much more important to me than AD is to the Lakers, and in the sense of how we use him on offense and how we run things through him. And honestly, Bam could be a big reason to get AD in trouble and foul trouble, and AD tired for late game situations. And that's what I'm hoping. And then I'm hoping that Jimmy, Crowder, and Iggy, those three, can tire out LeBron throughout the game. Keep showing him different things, keep bodying him up. One is more physical than the other, one does other things than the other. Just keep messing with his mind, keep him guessing, keep him having to be on his toes. I think that will be huge for us, huge. And then, I know on offense, guys, honestly, it's gonna be different every night. I can see that every night just being different. One guy is gonna be off. It might be Tyler Hero, it might be Goran Dragic. He might go off. Duncan Robinson might go off. You know, I can see, you know, renaissance games from Kendrick and KO help us. I can see a bunch of stuff like that. You know, and it's gonna be a team thing, because that's what we are. We are a team. You know, we don't rely on our superstars. We are a team. We play team basketball. We play team defense. We play team offense, and that's how we're gonna win this championship. We can't stop now. Been doing it this whole time, so keep going. and just play big. Play big. Ooh. You know, Coach Spo will do his job. You know, I'll reiterate that again. And that's it, you know, and hopefully the storylines are going our way, right? Because right now, ESPN, everybody is all about the Lakers right now. No one's really talking about the Heat, even though we just won last night. Everyone's talking about the Kobe thing and, you know, all this other stuff. And I think that's one thing that sours it for the Lakers. Like, if I'm a Lakers fan, like I don't want to sound insensitive, you know, because I love Kobe. Kobe was the man, and to me, he was also the GOAT. You know, he was my GOAT, if anything, because I saw him growing up. I didn't see MJ growing up. I saw Wizards MJ more than anything, than Chicago Bulls MJ. You know, but Kobe I watched throughout my whole pretty much basketball life, and to me, he was a GOAT because he was just there all the time. But when that accident happened, that unfortunate tragedy, I always felt like that's a sour note for the Lakers, because I don't know if it puts added pressure to them, but I think it gives them added motivation, you know, like added extra motivation that I wish wasn't necessary because of what happened in life, because you can't change life. You can't change what happened. So I'll say that, and I think that's going to be a tough hurdle for the Heat to have to compete against. And that's something the Lakers are going to. I've been writing. I think the Lakers have been mentioning that they're doing this a lot for Kobe, and they wear the Kobe jerseys and they're wearing all that stuff. So I think that's going to be a big factor in this series. But I think Miami just needs to come out with authority, the way we've been doing it as a team. Our leaders still have to show that, though, from the get-go. Jimmy, Bam, Dragic, they need to take over and show that we're not afraid of this team and that we are here to win. That we're not here and happy to be here. You know, Jimmy's said this already in the post-game comments last night and everything, but we need to show it. You know, we've been saying it. That's great. That's good to say it. But now we need to show it, especially this first game. And I think we need to steal this first game, guys. So, you know, to remind you guys, if I haven't said it yet, Wednesday, it's the first game at 9 p.m. All games are going to be on ABC. Game 2, Friday, 9 p.m. Game 3, Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Game 4, next Tuesday, 9 p.m. If necessary, Game 5, 9 p.m. on Thursday. If necessary, Game 6 will be on Sunday. Yeah. On Sunday. And then same time, 4:30. And then if Game 7 is necessary, Tuesday. I mean, we can have a champion by next week, guys. I mean, it's going by fast. Ooh, man, this bubble went by fast, but it also it's crazy. I mean, I feel like I've been talking to you guys almost every other day, in which I have been, basically, you know. And I'm sure this team is tired, and we're getting there, but we just gotta stay focused. And I think we have the tools. Like, guys, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we can beat this team. I think we can beat this team 100%. Okay, and I think we will. I think we will, honestly, because I think we have better intangibles. We have better versatility, we have better X factors, and we have the better coach. Yes, they might have the best two players individually, but I think after that the talent level just drops off, and I think that's where we are, and I think that's what's been helping us this whole time. You know, I think that's what has been excelling us through this playoffs. I mean, we played a Celtics team that didn't have 2 superstars, but they had basically 4 all-stars. You know, maybe 5 when you count Marcus Smart. So, you know, I think it could be, it's, if anything, a little bit of an equivalent to the Lakers too. And I think we just got to come correct. And a lot of it's going to go to our role players too. I mean, like, honestly, guys, our role players need to do every little thing right. We need to rebound right. We need to get 3-pointers right. We need to get assists right. We need to get steals right. We need to get blocks right. We need to do everything right. And I think we will be. I can't wait for Wednesday because it's going to be a great night. I mean, I'm just trying to appreciate that we got here, guys. You know, I'm just happy we got here. I want that championship, though. I want it so bad. but we need to also just take time to appreciate where we are. The game's not here yet, so and I'm optimistic as hell. Like, we have the tools, we have everything we need to beat this team and to win a championship, to win Miami's 4th championship, guys. 4th championship, and within 20 years. I mean, it's pretty good. That's I don't know if it's dynasty numbers. I don't know if it's Spurs dynasty numbers or Patriots dynasty numbers or whatever. But I think that's something in there. There's something, or at least like just anything in championship organization. Like, we are considered a championship organization, but I think now we'll really get the stamp of approval of being a championship organization. Like, nobody can really fight us. Like, they're not really a championship organization. They had LeBron and D Wade. Like, no, like, we built this. Like, this is a thing. Like, we're here to win championships only. Like, we're not here to mess around and just play ball. Like, no, we're here about championships. That's it. Yeah. All right, guys. You know what? I think I'm gonna end it there. So, just a real quick recap. So I think defense, keeping out the paint, huge key. Or shooting, huge key. And then Coach Spo, another huge key. Basically, the top 3 things I think we need to do to make sure to win. I think we will. Can't wait. All right, guys. Next Wednesday, check it out. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to come out with another episode. I might be joined by my brother, where we can talk about the upcoming series. I want to have a little banter back to back, see what happens. We never know.